What's happening, sports fans? We hope this video finds you well. We have another great top recruit to talk to, Haley Mossmer from La Jolla High School. And yes, it's my show. I get to talk to my alumni from my school and rep them all I want because we're the best schools in the world. And that's all that I have to say about that. She's also going on to another amazing school. You can see there on the shirt, it says Stanford. She is going to be a Cardinal playing field hockey there. Congratulations. It probably is a self-explanatory answer, why Stanford, but I would like to hear it from you. Why Stanford?
Okay, so Stanford has really always been my dream school. Both my parents went there, actually. My dad played for the soccer team, and my mom was an All-American field hockey player. And my sister is actually a freshman on the tennis team. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're a Stanford family. But the best part is that my parents never really pressured me to go there. They never said, like, you have to go to this school. So when it came down to making my decision, between Cal, Davis, and Stanford, I was able to like make a choice based off the team that I like the most and the campus, and it's really just like I was able to follow my dream.
Well, yeah, okay, two things there. There was probably some subliminal messaging going your way. I'm assuming you just saw plenty of Stanford around the house growing up that encouraged you to be friendly with it. But if you were talking to Cal also, that's a rivalry there. So I can appreciate that if your parents even let that happen, that is a true sign of love right there. So, I mean, was there ever a moment where you didn't think Stanford, or was it as soon as you got that offer, you're like, yes, yes, yes? What finally made the decision for you?
Yeah, when I got my offer, I said yes, but I was considering all my options. I wanted to make sure that I found the right school for me. Um, And so, yeah, I made sure I toured every campus. I played in front of all of the coaches. So I waited till I had all my options and then I made the decision.
So you mentioned that your mother was a field hockey player at Stanford. You are going to be
Yes.
following in her footsteps. Are you going to wear the same number and try and outdo her? Is there a plan like that?
I don't know, man. We actually play the same position, though, which is kind of crazy. We both play center forward.
So I'm sensing if the opportunity arises, you wouldn't be opposed to wearing the same number. What number was
Yeah.
she?
She was number three.
Okay, what number did you wear in high school?
I wore number 17.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
very
not
different.
you. Okay, so you haven't been following there. So maybe you stick with 17. I never want to mess up an athlete's mojo or swag or something that's the lucky number or whatnot. You have kind of an interesting story about how you even arrived at field hockey, though, because even though it's in the family, you didn't play it until your junior year in high school. What the heck? 2 years later, you're going to the Pac-12. Why did you finally switch to playing field hockey?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I've loved sports my whole life. I've always been open to trying different things, but soccer was definitely my main one ever since I was probably five. And then I started playing tennis as well. So my freshman and sophomore year of high school, I actually have more accolades in tennis and soccer than I do in field hockey. Because we won CIF in both sports, and I have like all Western League titles. Um, but at some point at the end of my sophomore year, I just wasn't sure if I wanted to play soccer in college. And that's when I started playing field hockey. And I just fell in love with the sport instantly. I picked it up really fast. And it's just an entirely different game. And it was new and it was really fun. And I just developed a passion for it.
Had there been any like youth field hockey before in your life, or was this really just raw? Okay,
No, it's kind of crazy, especially since my mom played, but she never had us try it.
so I'm picturing this sort of, if you'll allow my mind, my quarantine content starved mind to run crazy for a minute. I'm picturing kind of the Disney movie of you're cleaning out your mom's closet. You come across the old dusty field hockey stick, and you're like, there's just all of a sudden like a glow around you, and a little like a little trumpets playing in the background, and you have found your purpose in life. I mean, how quick was the learning curve? I mean, did you just immediately pick it up and you're like, yo, this is a blast. I'm really good at this. Did you have to learn it a little bit? How quickly did you fit in with this sport?
It was really fast. In the spring of my sophomore years, when I first picked up a stick, I actually went to the Stanford 6v6. That was literally the first time I had played, the first time I had picked up a stick. I had never even watched the game be played. So it was pretty crazy, and it's very different. There's like a lot of hand-eye coordination, obviously, with the stick. But quickly, in just a few weeks, I started playing for Rush, which is a field hockey club in San Diego, and we're top eight in the nation. And so I started playing there and I started learning more. And then I started like climbing up the ranks, getting moved up in different groups. And I just picked it up really fast. You learn really fast when you love a sport.
So talk to us though about being a multi-sport athlete, because I think a lot of kids coming into high school are faced with, do I focus on one because coach is telling me I got to do all the off-season programs and everything, or do I play multiple sports because some people are telling me high school is about doing that? So you obviously played 3 different sports throughout high school. I'm assuming you would recommend doing it, that, one helps the other type situation.
Absolutely. I think that playing multiple sports keeps it all interesting and like the cross training and everything. When you just focus on one sport and you like decide early on, I think some people are like in like 7th and 8th grade, they're like, I have to decide what sport I'm gonna play, what sport I want to pursue for college. But I really don't believe that you need that. I think you can burn out really fast if you do that. But just playing more sports keeps it interesting.
Definitely have to ask a couple of just generic San Diego questions. You are a La Jolla High School kid, so you probably know a couple of beaches. Rank your top 3 beaches in San Diego.
Wind and Sea, La Jolla Shores. Those are really the main 2 beaches I go to.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If you'll put my favorite Marine Street on there at number 3, we'll continue to be friends. Favorite Mexican food restaurant in San Diego?
Oh man. I always go to El Ranchero.
What do you get?
Um, I
Or what's the
what
what's
did
the
I
default? Like, what do you think you have gotten more than anything else?
man, I think when I was younger, I used to always get enchiladas. That was like my thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I get them without cheese because I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay, fair enough. Um, there is a vegan Mexican food restaurant in downtown San Diego.
Trilogy.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
no,
actually, I don't think I've been there.
there's one in downtown San Diego that does vegan stuff. I have not tried Trilogy, but a vegan enchilada, has that happened? Have you had that? Is that a thing
No, I
with vegan
haven't. I
cheese?
haven't yet. Maybe
Deal.
that's the next thing.
Yeah, no. How about this? If you are brave enough to go try a dairy free enchilada of some sort of vegan cheese or something like that, report back to us, please, as our new food correspondent, and let us know,
Absolutely.
because we'll leave the venturing in that direction for you. I will stick with the rolled tacos that I go with. But the Mexican food stuff always starts fights across San Diego. Everyone's very proud about their favorite spots. Um, what is the last? I mean, we've been on quarantine for almost 50 days now. High school for you kind of just went from a few extra weeks of spring break to no season, don't come back, no prom, no graduate. Like, everything's up in the air. What the heck has this all been like for you?
For me, I mean, it's definitely been a change. It's been hard to, keep on top of everything with schoolwork and balancing everything, but it's really helped me like setting a schedule in the morning. So I just like have set time to do schoolwork, set time to work out and practice. So that's definitely helped me. But yeah, it's really sad not having prom, not having a graduation.
I've heard some schools talking about maybe doing like a drive-through graduation, having all the students drive through the stadium and wave or something like that. Would you be down with that? Do you want a Zoom graduation? Do you just want to just say, let's not try and fake our way through? What do you want for graduation?
Honestly, at this point, like I I don't think a Zoom would do it justice. I think I'd rather not have anything. Or I know I've heard some schools are talking about coming back in like the winter and doing a graduation, when everyone's back from college. That would be okay. I mean, at least somewhat. But at that point, we're probably just like, let's move on because we're in college.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the stereotype of like the people that are hanging around high school just a little too long? Like, should you have gone off to
Yeah.
college and now you're asking a whole class to come back and be those people? Um, but be worried. It moves quick and it changes, and you'll be back. You'll be back like 4 months later. You'll be like, I didn't recognize this building. Who are these people? Teachers are different. It all changes very, very quickly. We are sorry, and there's nothing that I know that we can do to give you a proper senior send off or anything like that. But this is the part of the interview where we ask everybody to stay at least 6 feet away from Haley, but give her a round of applause, a pat on the back, a high five, whatever it is. A thank you for entertaining us for the last 4 years with your athleticism and winning championships for La Jolla High School, because we are the best high school ever. And that's a
Yeah.
proven fact. And also congratulations for the next 4 years and for representing San Diego in all that you do at the next level. Thank you very much for being on with us. Thank you everybody for watching, and we will check in with you guys soon.